Hello everybody, Glitch Reaper here. I'm back for some more MTG Arena, actually. And there's a lot of things coming up. I don't know when I'll get to all that. But it does seem that there's going to be a few additional changes that I am pleasantly surprised about. Because now it seems like you're also going to have historic format straight up is something you can do without having to worry about it always being in standard whenever you're doing like ranked matches and stuff where your quests actually matter. So they're gonna have like basically just a whole other, uh, uh, like a whole other rank set there that you can do because it currently it's right now it was I should say originally like standard draft, which is where you pay in, usually with gems in this case, although that would also mean indirectly with actual money. And then you get like so many boosters, and then you build a deck off that. That's kind of how you do draft. Is you draft your cards, you assemble with what you've got, but on the other hand, you also keep all those cards that you've obtained, whether you selected them for your deck or not, because you have in fact got those boosters. Now, standard works with whatever's considered in standard rotation, and it won't be like just plain anything that you own, but it'll be like all that you've got in that's considered part of the current rotation. But you can do that ranked out of your collection rather than having to get new stuff immediately, and you can do that over and over again, and you can like get in-game money, or aka gold, and experience towards like getting extra rewards and stuff from doing that as well. And that being kind of the economy option, but it's also particularly fun, just saying. But it looks like now we also have historic being ranked, actually. I didn't see that coming. I thought that it would only be certain events that would be ranked, but I guess with player feedback, they thought, well, and this is what I think too, is that it's fun to play with everything that you have as an option, rather than leaving stuff out. And it leads to so much more crazy combos. But the thing is, I haven't really edited my decks with historic cards that much, because I was wanting to keep them for like special events, and this isn't exactly an event that I'm going to do, but it is something that I was wanting to show as an additional option of just something to do for fun in MTG Arena for practice. And my I'm going to be probably over time editing my historic decks if it's true that I can just go into historic ranked and do that in between things, or just whenever, or however that works out. Because I'm not entirely sure where they're going with that. And I'm also not entirely sure if it has to be like out of a particular deck size or something, because sometimes certain formats have limits on that. But I'll figure it out as I go along and possibly do something on that later where you can see what in the world that's like, because it's kind of the new thing right now. Even though it's also old because it's historic. I mean, it's like that for a reason, you know? So, I'll be showing off something different for now, but that is something I'll probably be reporting on later, just so you know. Now, I'm going to do what's called a bot match. And in bot match, it's also where historic stuff also shows up. Because in a bot match, you can use absolutely anything, it just doesn't count towards your quests. Like, look at all these being zeroed out for now, because I haven't played for a few days, and they've auto-accumulated. So they all have no particular progress on them. But if I go into this and do this bot match, you'll also note afterwards, whenever I come back, I'll have no progress on those either. Or anything else in particular. Like, even if I win, it won't count towards your wins for, like, the week and the day and all that. So it won't count towards experience or anything, but it is something that you can use for Uber testing, like all sorts of crazy deck designs. And the thing about it is it allows for all your cards to be in there, including things that would be considered either historic and therefore not the current rotation, or things that are considered even banned in current rotation. Because that's one thing that they've done now, is they've started banning certain cards from standard ranked play, and if you already have one in your collection, you will be awarded a wild card of its same rarity rank, so you will be compensated for that, so it's not a total loss. if you've already got something, and then suddenly they said, oh, you can't use that anymore. Well, they'll actually give you a wild card of that same strength. Like if you've got a mythic rare that's suddenly banned because it's just too strong, then they'll actually give you a mythic rare wild card, and you still have it in your collection. You just can only use it in formats that's not banned, because again, each format has its own list of banned cards, and a good portion of them don't really have much banned, especially what's available here in MTG Arena, because it doesn't have the absolute full collection of cards in Magic the Gathering's history, and there has been some in Magic the Gathering's history that were banned for good reason, for any kind of ranked play. So if you're going for a direct challenge or a bot match, you could still use those cards, but it just wouldn't show up in any kind of ranked matches. So it's something to kind of think about pretty heavily here. Now, I'm going to do this bot match, and it does have an interesting... Now, whenever you do certain things, you'll note that it actually it gives you a little bit of a listing about, or a little bit of description about what's about. In the case of bot match, very much unlike Magic Duels, you won't be going up against random computer-generated components in the way that they have like random avatars and stuff. You'll always be going up against that little ball of energy that you met earlier in story mode. You'll always be going up against Sparky, what would be the best description for Sparky? A discorporated spark? Because, like, Planeswalkers have a spark. You know, Sparky. Sparky the Spark. Of course, also, technically, you could also say kind of like a will-o'-the-wisp.
Rightio, now let's play.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite openings from whenever this was still in rotation. That's fine. Okay, Diamond Mare. Whenever Diamond Mare enters the battlefield, you choose a color, and whenever you cast a spell of the chosen color, you gain 1 life. I'm calling white. You winnie there, you winnie. Goblin Bird Grabber. Okay. Gain life. That one only has 1 point of toughness. And although it can gain flying till end of turn, that is something they'll probably use offensively. Sacrifice an artifact or land, draw a card. Could, but I could also build it up better next time. Sorry, that's going out. Note she actually has more emote options than an actual player. If that's in fact a she, because I think Sparky's also kind of like an elemental. Most of them are kind of neutral gendered anyhow. In a way. Just for the extra. So apparently she specifically notes it anytime you play a legend. Okay. She's playing solid red now? Okay. That's interesting to note. I can keep blocking that for later. Going for a big smack later. Actually, for something extra special about this land. Ha ha ha. Aww. Luckily, I have something for that. But yeah, these are a little, these are a bit more calm, so you can go ahead and I can probably commentate more later. I will take action. Thanks, Whisper. That's gonna be interesting later. Do like my prying blade. Do I want to go for this the smashdown though? I think I'll go for a little more attack, keep a little defender possibility up there. There's equip for 2 though. So, yeah, I will gladly not worry about equipping for a turn for this. Okay, Seraph of the Scales. Let's go for it. Yeah, we're doing this thing. And on top of that, it's time for Legion's Landing to transform. Now I've got a Danto, the First Fort. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah, I figured you would. But that does get rid of that. Do I wish to equip now? Because I totally could.
Keep going. You can do this.
That'd be a good finishing blow. As long as she doesn't have some serious, well, that'll sort of slow me down. But not entirely. Ho ho ho, Arbad the Cursed.
Good. Real good.
Yeah, I made this deck with great care and dedication. Let me see here.
I wonder what your favorite card is.
That's hard to say, but I do have some that I consider favorites. Okay, let's see. Well, that thing has flying, so this is gonna get a little interesting. She only got 1 blocker, though. Down to 1. You will definitely want to consider what your options are, Sparky. Sparky the Living Spark. Sparky the Will-O-Wisp. I'm still not entirely sure. Does anybody know what Sparky really is, even? See, would I have enough to cast that afterwards? Because that's 4.
Keep going. You can do this.
I think I'll just create a little backup vamp. Why not? Is it just me, or is this like a repeat of every time I've demonstrated something in, like, story mode? You know, this isn't a story mode moment, per se.
Keep going.
But yeah, Arvad the Cursed is hilariously good, but because he's from Dominaria, he's not in standard rotation this time. So, he's definitely one that I would absolutely love to play in that, so...
You're doing great.
If Historic format also has Historic Ranked that I can just do all the time, I'm going to feel very good just to see this guy again. A lot more, so... I have my little blocker here held back. And because Vigilance of Seraph of the Scales, I technically will have 2, even if there's some sort of miracle pulled off, which he did not.
Nice job.
You're welcome. But yeah, she does encourage you quite a bit, so she's a rather friendly opponent, actually. But yeah, see how absolutely no progress was made because that was a bot match? Now I'm going to experiment with something just trying to see how things go. This says traditional historic ranked. Which I think traditional is... I'm trying to remember if it's limited to 60 cards, or if it's just that it's like the best out of 3 each time. And maybe it has a sideboard. Because I know there's like that kind of thing in tournaments. So let's see if it forbids anything. Okay, that's... yeah, it's because this is a commander deck that it is saying that. Well, not commander deck, a brawl deck. Because they've got like a special, like, semi-commander format here where it's not quite as humongous as commander, but you do get to have a commander and in the same format as commander, so that's like a whole other format, and if there's like another major brawl event, I will show that off. Because it's kind of a definite interesting compromise in the formats, so I would definitely want to show that at some point. So let's just see if it lets me do this. I am curious in traditional historic ranked what this even means. Is this best of 3? Is this not? I have no idea. Hey, I've seen this guy before. Mario 805. Nice to see you again. You sometimes get to see some of the same players. Your opponent is choosing which player will play first. That's interesting. Maybe I'll get to do that at some point. I guess there's a coin flip decision or something the computer does, and then it says, well, you get to choose if you win the coin flip. But it just automatically does it for you, so it's not like you're trying to call it. This is like 50-50. Also a good start. I await any swamps. Of course, this is like multiplayer, so it's done a little differently because it's a bit more fast-paced because you have to worry about timers and stuff. But I'm loving the fact I just got in on this. I see. That's technically a historic card already. Interesting is from 20... Oh wait, no it's not. That's from 2019. Well, actually it would be. Yeah, that's from 2019 set, so therefore it would be a historic card now. So they're having the 2020 as rotation and that one's out. So they got the... So yeah, this is already historic card versus historic card. Well, there goes my Fountain of Renewal. That was always a nice card, so I'm gonna be a little sad about that. Might be getting a bit of lag. Not sure. Oh, probably, pull us something for this deck. Wait a little while. Oh. Well, something throwing a bell drain you got there. Cool effect. I hadn't actually seen them use that before. But yeah, they have all sorts of cool effects in this game. But there's certain things I still think's a little bit of a trade-off in terms of the luster of the game. Oh well. Because... oh, this is gonna be fun.
I understand you are in need of support. I will lend you my strength.
I will hold on for a moment, because I have something else coming up next turn. Oh, crud, the question base. I was thinking of getting that with that one mythic rare. So really? Oh. Got a Sedge Scorpion. This is gonna be something that's better for that rather than me.
I'm becoming irritated.
I forgot that had Vigilance. Does that have reach? No, it does not have reach. Power back up, please.
See in yourself what I see in you.
It's got Death Touch, so better to use it this way. No more flight. Of course, I can take that thing out, and I do need to destroy a few creatures for that quest. This is good to just explore as is. Can't be blocked by creatures with power. Okay, that's why it hit through there. Is that it's the only thing I had available to block. Okay. But I am trying to figure a few things out. Oh, we're going to combat? Yeah, I'm having a bit of a lag day with this guy. It's been a while. Gotta go for it. Even if I lose this, I'm trying to find out something very special. Or does this count for everything? Like it should. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy using that question beast myself at some point later. There's one that I'm definitely going to try to earn. I do have the Great Hinge already, which is awesome. And it would definitely help play that. I mean, oh my gosh. Taken all together, that's actually pretty darn cool. I really want the questing beast. There's only a few legends that have more of a title than a name, per se. Just didn't get enough black mana this time. It's very disappointing. I do have plenty of swamps and the other black mana sources in my deck. It's just not lining up. But I did take out at least one creature, so I'll see if that goes towards my progress. But I think this counts as its own rank system, actually. Or its own rank type, so I'm gonna have to check and see if they've got it updated completely for this. Because if so, then I'd be able to earn rewards just doing Historic if I'd like. Historic lets you go all out. I very much like that idea. I am not getting enough white mana. And he does have Vigilance. It's not like he's leaving me an opening. Of course, they're not in these Elvish clan callers are able to power other stuff up. Huh. Because they power up all of their elves. Yeah, questing beasts is just all on its own right here is the best way to do it. Big one. Nice. See, those are your kind of options. You don't really have very many. When it comes to emoting, so Sparky is more emotive than players are. So equip that prying blade. Gives the creature a little more power and the ability to make treasure tokens. I have a whole deck based around treasure tokens, and I'd love to play with it again because sometimes it's just fun to go all-out pirate. I think I showed that on my saying goodbye to those particular sets with the rotation. I can only really kill those. It'd be best if they were actually, like, actually attacking me. Because I will definitely take one of those down with me. Holy moly. That was a heavy adapt. Oh, kind of. Oh, they got another one. Oh, finally. I've been wanting to just take one of you out. Just one would be nice. Before I go out. But now I've killed 2 creatures. I'm hoping it logs it on to the last moment. Because sometimes whenever you take them out with something very particular, or vice versa, sometimes these games wouldn't. Wait, what is this saying? Oh, it's letting me see if I want to do my sideboard. Okay, so this is a best of 3. Yeah, okay, so this is a best of 3. Because I know traditional is normally like this, but again, they have little sub-formats, and this... Okay, I get to see if I play first. We'll take that because I can get my healer's hawk out early. Now they're currently in the rotation anyhow, I believe. Because the whole new Ravnica block is... The whole new Ravnica block is in the rotation right now. And this one, I think, is from Guilds of Ravnica. The early creature is nice. Lifelink, please. Thank you. Just need any land to really start that off. Because I got a diamond mare and I'd love to use it. Ah, they got reach. Calling white again. That is a very dangerous one. I have been pondering getting that card, just because it's so dangerous. I may have to say goodbye to you, Diamond Mirror. Maybe. Of course, I would be better blocking that thing with it. Well, I guess. Get rid of Death Touch creature early on. Oh well, we tried. But I do have one really... Oh, the Gilded Goose. See, that's the real problem here, is they can power that thing up pretty easily. Just need to get enough mana together. Got that one out. Now they got more scorpions. Gain a little life back regardless. Wow. Nice play. Don't have enough mana right now. I can see where he's going with this particular deck. He's playing a pretty solid green. Gilded Goose is it really good with food-based decks, but it has no attack power of its own. So you can kind of use it to farm some life if you got lifelink. This has been a particularly bad luck set of runs for me here. But we'll see about that. When I can actually play something here. He'll take me out next turn, I believe. But dang. It was nice just trying to see how this format's working. Sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're not. This game involves both skill in terms of planning and luck, and my luck was not good. I may or may not have that card, I'm not sure. I'd have to check. Oh, got an opportunity. Oh, my Knight of Malice. Came in very clutch. Kind of. course, note my quests say to destroy creatures, not to worry about other things. So, if they attack with more than one thing and I can take out something with Knight of Malice, I'm going to do it. Man, that thing really is a monster. Elf archer that just keeps powering up whenever you play non-human creatures. I mean, serious goodness sakes. I'm able to take out the hedge scorpion. Why? Because this has first strike. You won't even die. Of course, I'll still be taken out by that, but I'll kill that thing flawlessly. So behold the power of Knight of Malice. And then I go. Well, it was nice to explore the format. Goodbye. Yep, it has its own tier system, too. Now, the thing is, every time you go through a month, see, that's progress. That's good to know. That was good to know. Okay, I can go with that. And I can even play one of them that actually has some red to use that. But I was just throwing it in because I'm familiar with using that deck pretty well. But the thing is, at the beginning of every month, pretty much, is what they consider a season. And what will happen is your rank will reset down to bronze regardless. And so it'll change things up. Although I can kind of see... let me see here. Are there any other... Let's see, limited. Well, constructed's my usual thing. I think this might be standard constructed. This might be might be any constructed. I'm not sure. Okay, that's saying that it does. Well, I don't usually play limited because that's basically the draft version that I was talking about earlier. So I usually can't play that because I do not have a I don't have the income to throw at it right now. So that would be a no. But I can do constructed pretty well. And apparently it's counting me as constructed rank as pretty much where it set me for the beginning of the month because I haven't played in a while. So, yeah. But at least now I know that historic constructed counts. That is pretty cool. I'll have to do some other stuff with that. For now, I'll be logging off, so hope to hear from you all later. Bye for now, everybody, and remember, Friday Night Magic.